So, right?
Not going what?
Through Cardington.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to have to do that again.
Yeah. You did that once, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've thought about that so many times because there's a car right in front of me that was turning around and he rolled his window down. He said, "You can't go through that. It's too deep."
And it's raining.
And
Oh, yeah.
the road there. And so I didn't. I'm glad that guy was there because you know what? I didn't know the road, and I might have just thought it was water running across the road and went in it and then drove off.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I went back later, the road goes quite a dip and then comes up
really?
again. And it could have been really, really deep down there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then I cut across the first road I come to. The other car turned around and just went straight back. So.
Yeah.
But and then I got into Cardington, and it got him water in my car, and Carolyn was in the car, and her boyfriend, that stupid one.
Yeah.
He got out and he said, "I'll push you out of the water," and I said, "No, stay in here." Why, if he could washed away his mom, I'd have been in deep trouble.
Oh, yeah.
But he pushed me, and because my car stalled out, up into a driveway, that driveway right there, and that house was lit up. So we went up to the door, and we had to walk through water. I walked through water to my knees.
Yeah.
We got up there, and they said, "Oh, come in," and they had wet stuff laying all over in their house. They had just picked their grandson up from a scout camp, and they got flooded out.
Yeah.
And so their grandson had brought all this wet stuff in. And then here these stragglers come wet in. We was soaked,
Oh, yeah.
And they said, we talked about, and they said, "You go right up, and there's 2 rooms up there, and go to bed." And I said, "No, we're not going to go in no bed with wet, dirty,
Yeah.
I said, "We will lay on your floor." And we laid, they had a carpeted floor there.
Yeah.
You got us some blankets. We laid on the floor and slept the night. And then that guy got up the next morning, and he had to walk with, he had a crutch on this arm and maybe like a cane thing.
Yeah.
And he could hardly walk. He had this multiple sclerosis, I think
Yeah.
it's called. And he could hardly walk, but he was the mayor of Cardington. So she fixed us a nice breakfast, bless her heart. And he says, "Well, you can't leave Cardington because the bridge is still covered and it's not safe to go on." So he said, "But I want to take you around Cardington, the roads we can get down, show you Cardington." So he drove all over the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Showed us. I don't remember any of it, but where everybody where this and our police chief lives, and there's where this.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, though, he got a call that they was going to let people go over the bridge. The water went down some, and they was going to let them go over. And so they think they let one car over to make sure it was be okay.
Right.
And then he said, you can go. And so we left, and he followed me clear to I got on the other side of the bridge. And
Oh, jeez.
could leave town. And so then I couldn't go to work that day because, I couldn't get home that night.
Right.
And our shop had this rule that if you miss a day, you lost 5 cents an hour for 6 months. And so here I had missed that day. And so some people at the shop couldn't come in because their road was flooded.
Right.
And they went to Daryl, and Daryl's, it was like a forgiveness, so they didn't get the 5
cents off.
cents off. And I went to Daryl, and I said, "Daryl, I should get that too." He said, "Your road wasn't flooded." I said, "I wasn't even home." I said, my daughter had had a baby, and I went to Columbus, and I said, coming home, I couldn't get home. And I said, I stayed with some strangers, which was the mayor of Cardington. And I said, I couldn't get home till like 2 o'clock the next day, 2 or 2:30 before I got home. And so he came back. He left, and I had told him. And he came back and he said, you'll get your day. And so I didn't lose 5 cents an hour for 6 months. Yeah. So that was good. Yeah.
You came down to Columbus for
Tyler, when he was born.
when he was born, huh?
The day Tyler was born.
Wow.
Yeah.
In what, 97? Yeah.
It was raining when I left, and it must have rained.
87.
87, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 90.
Yeah. Yeah, you see on the refrigerator those things you kids made me, and
Oh, yeah. I was looking at those last night. You made one of these. I brought to that one.
yeah, this one was made by Jesse
Oh, okay. I made that
in 1994.
one. All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think Tyler got me that. Tyler made this.
Oh, yep.
Gwen, you gave me this.
Yeah.
And you gave me this. And I don't remember. It's one of you guys gave me this and then gave me that. This is all the, and this, I think it was you made it, but I'm not
That
sure.
looks familiar, too, yeah. Like
And it
either
was-
me or Tyler did that
It
one.
was wrote on it, but it's all faded
Oh, yeah,
out,
it came off.